Good afternoon and welcome into High Top Sports Network for this presentation of WPIAL Girls Softball, presented by Steffi's Country Catering. My name is Joe Rhodes. I'll be bringing you through the action here today at Armstrong Junior Senior High School as the Riverhawks face the Franklin Regional Panthers. The Riverhawks playing the Panthers at home after a game at Franklin Regional earlier in the season in which the Panthers gave the Riverhawks maybe one of the more stern tests of the season. A narrow defeat for the Riverhawks of these Panthers. We'll get things started here. Cam Sprankle on the mound. First pitch swinging, strike one. The senior pitcher for the Riverhawks on the mound today. Beautiful day up here on the hill. Typically it's kind of hit or miss. We can get some wind, we can get some rain, we can get some snow, as the case has been a couple times here the last couple years. Earlier in the year, our man Josh Schreckengost over at Kiski area today, he was in sort of a windstorm mixed with some rain and some sleet and some nasty stuff. Sprankle ball a moment ago. Next pitch on its way, off speed, foul back towards the on-deck hitter. Dodged that one. This one swung on, belted towards center field. Be Emma Paul with a little snow cone catch there between the center fielder Cassidy Adams for out number one. Nice play there, good communication between the shortstop and the center fielder to retire the first batter for Franklin Regional. First pitch in there, looked like a ball. Sprankle's next pitch slapped down towards the first base line. That's a little bloop single for the Panthers, so doesn't matter how hard you hit, it's just hitting it where no one is, and that was the case there by the second batter in the order, trying to get the order up for you. That was Jackson on the single there. So with one down, one on, Sprankle with a pitch to the third batter in the order. Called a strike. Late signal there by the umpire. Sprankle heading the count, no balls, one strike. This one inside, just a hair inside for strike. Another late signal there. So Sprankle in the driver's seat now. No balls, two strikes, runner on first. As I'm getting a call from Bath, Pennsylvania. No idea where Bath is. Can't take the call though. Fulton at the plate for Franklin Regional. Behind in the count, one ball, two strikes, one down, runner on first base. Runner going, throw down, nice scoop. Almost brought in by Paul there, just a bit short by the throw from Atherton, and the runner is in safely at second base. So a runner in scoring position now with one down for the Panthers, wearing their gold tops, blue bottoms. Riverhawks in their traditional blue tops. White pinstripe short or pants. Just a bit outside. Atherton tried to bring that one back in, but just a hair too far outside for the ball. 2-2 the count now. Jackson at second base, stole the bag a second ago. This one swung on, high fly ball down the first base line. Smerick in those speedy strides of hers able to track that one down, and now two down for the Riverhawks, trying to strand this runner in the top of the first inning. Again, say Sprankles is our official scoreboard today, so thanks to the fine folks at Sprankles Neighborhood Market, our official broadcast partner today. Of course, the one and only Terry Steffi and the folks at Steffi's Country Catering. Graduation season upcoming, so make sure you give Terry and the folks a call now. Things will be filling up fast, so want to make sure you're ahead of the game. Get that graduation grub scheduled. As the first pitch there, a ball. Gwynn, the batter for Franklin Regional. Runner at second base. Sprankle pitch on her way. Down in the zone for a ball. Count now 2 balls, no strikes on the cleanup batter for Franklin Regional. This one outside for ball 3. So Sprankle careful with this cleanup batter and a runner on. There's a base open, so no reason not to be a little bit careful if you're Sprankle here. This one on its way, foul towards the first baseline, and a nice scoop there by Jesse Pugh. So the Riverhawks avoid the damage of the second batter getting a hit, and they will come to the plate in a 0-0 ball game here. So after a half inning, it is Armstrong nothing, Franklin Regional nothing here on this Steffi's Country Catering game day on High Top Sports. We have an opportunity. You know, this isn't free what we do. It takes a little effort and takes some spending to accomplish what we do. And again, I want to thank our official broadcast partner today. That, again, Steffi's Country Catering. Spring is here, and that means graduation parties are coming, and summer events are just around the corner. So let Steffi's Country Catering slick you up by catering your event with the most mouth-watering home-cooked food around. Just search Terry Steffi on Facebook to place your order. Also, don't forget those weekly Sunday special takeouts. The High Top guys certainly big fans of that. And can't forget about the Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara. They're available by order. That's Steffi's Country Catering, 603 Reesdale Road in the one and only Adrian, PA. Again, we said about those Sunday specials. We are big fans of those. It's a nice little treat on Sundays. You know, it's Sunday fun day. You get to relax a little bit, and nothing better to relax to than some home-cooked meals by Steffi's Country Catering. So often we get, wings and pizza, and that's fine and all. I know some fine places around the area to get that kind of grub, but sometimes you want that kind of stick to the ribs type meal, and no place better than Steffi's Country Catering to get that. Again, we mentioned Sprankles Neighborhood Market, today's scoreboard sponsor. I want to thank Ryan and the Family Feud competing team at Sprankles Neighborhood Market. Don't know whether or not they won or lost. We won't know that until the episode airs, and that's going to be a while, so we're going to be waiting on bated breath, but certainly saw some pictures on their Facebook page and looked like they had a great time, and certainly whether they won or lost, I'm sure they made the best of it. So I want to thank the folks at Sprankles Neighborhood Market, located at 551 North McKean Street in downtown Katanning, featuring what can only be called an unrivaled meat selection. Deliver quality ingredients, the most competitive prices around, so make sure you stop into Steffi's Country Catering, Sprankles Neighborhood Market. Stop both places, heck. Make the most of your trip. Top of the order coming up for the Riverhawks, of course, the bottom of the first inning, and as she normally would be, Emma Smerick leading off for the Hawks. The lefty swinging senior looks at ball 1. Ramchandran in pitching for the Panthers today. Second pitch on its way in there for a strike. Bobble by the catcher, but across the plate for a strike. Count even, 1-1. Four batters faced in the top of the inning. A single by Jackson. The only damage done by Franklin Regional. She was stranded at second base after a steal. Smerick now looks at yet another ball. Count 2-1. This one slapped hard towards third base. That one's bobbled, and Can't bobble one with Emma Smerick running. She's safely at first base. By the time the third baseman, Patberg, was able to gather that one in, Smerick already touching first base. Those long, speedy strides of hers will cost you, so you have to be quick with the softball. Now the Riverhawks, with a runner on, will bring the junior Emma Paul to the plate. Paul having an excellent year, batting in her number 2 spot, as the case has been the last couple years. Smerick thinking about going. She's going to end up getting down to second base as that ball's thrown down to first to try to get her picked off. She decides to break for second, and she's in there safely. There's that speed again. What a tool that has been for Emma Smerick. And once again this year, her senior season, her last year in a Riverhawks uniform before she takes the field for Gannon next year. She now stands at second base. The count, 1 ball, no strikes to Emma Paul. That one in there low, but called a strike. Count even, 1-1. To number 5, Emma Paul. Emma Smerick stands at second. Talk about the unrivaled meat selection at Sprankles. That one's fouled towards the home dugout. Talk about an unrivaled view up here at Armstrong Junior Senior High School, peering down the river. The rolling hills now being covered with leaves finally. What a view. If you've never been up here and caught a game, it's well worth it. Even if you're not a fan of softball, if you're a fan of views. This one slapped hard, high, and out of play. Keep the count right where it was prior to that foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one slapped high in the zone, but Paul, that wide range of hers, able to get bat on ball, stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Quickly thank some of our other sponsors here. Nicola Ann Photography, John F. Graff Insurance, Armstrong Indoor Athletics, Serena Pizza and Berg Bar, and Phoenix Physical Therapy in Katanning. Pitch on its way to Paul. She's going to slap this one hard. This one is high, and this one is gone. Emma Paul with a 1 ball, 2 strike count, fouls off a couple pitches and then drives that one to the left center field gap for a 2-run home run. Emma Paul's tear continues here in 2023. A 2-run home run gives Armstrong the 2-0 lead. So Emma Paul getting the Riverhawks on the board with 2 runs here in the first inning. This one, it poked to center field in the first pitch she sees. That was Bella Atherton, hard hit, but right at the center fielder for out number 1. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Jenna Clance. Clance, the power hitting left fielder, another Gannon product. She'll stand in for the first time today against Ramchandran low and out of the zone for ball 1. Two to nothing Armstrong after the 2-run home run by Emma Paul. That pitch in there. Click out of the zone for a ball. Another pitch, which Clance lets go, and smartly so. 3 balls and no strikes. Driver's seat now for the left fielder, and she's going to walk on 4 straight pitches. Put another runner on for the Riverhawks. And more power right behind Clance in the form of Jessie Pugh. Pugh, the first baseman, stands in now with Clance at first. And 2 runs already on the board for the Riverhawks with just 1 down. First pitch there a moment ago into Pugh for a ball. Just a bit out of the zone, low. Another pitch almost in the same vicinity there, also a ball. So 6 straight balls now by Ramchandran. Puts Pugh in an advantageous position here now with a runner on first. You can kind of be a little more selective. This one hit hard but fouled, just a hair off on that one. She certainly loaded up. Brings the count to 2 balls and a strike. Emma Smerrick starting off this game with a hard hit ball to third base, bobbled, and no play there. She subsequently stole second base, in which then the second batter, Emma Paul, hit a home run. And then Jenna Klontz, the third batter, walking a moment ago, and now Pugh up and looks at a 3rd straight ball, 7th overall by Ramchandran, with the aforementioned Jenna Klontz standing at first base. Oh, they called that a strike. Oh. Okay, so 2 balls and a strike. Pugh now fouls that one off. It'll run the count even. Well, there's 3 balls. I don't know what they're... So 3-2 count. Not sure how that came to be. Oh, 2 foul balls, excuse me. Yes, that would make sense. So full count now for Jessie Pugh. And a swing and a miss. Klontz is going to go. She's going to slide under that tag, though. So another runner in scoring position now for the Riverhawks. But 2 down, so a big spot here for the third baseman. And the batter in the 5th hole, Shelby Cloak. First pitch to Cloak, ground ball to short. Gathered on, throw to first in time for the out. So the runner is stranded, but not without some damage being done by the Riverhawks. A 2-run home run by Emma Paul. The reason for that, the Riverhawks lead 2-0 after 1 full here on High Top Sports Network. Well, we have the chance here up on the hill on this beautiful day. I want to thank yet another sponsor. I want to thank our guy down in Ford City, Ryan Bowser State Farm. Ryan Bowser is a licensed agent located at 1422 5th Avenue in Ford City. He can help you with all of your insurance needs. While State Farm is the largest auto insurance provider in the nation, the experienced staff at Ryan Bowser State Farm can assist you with several other products that can work with you and your family to secure the best possible insurance solution. Ryan Bowser can help you with homeowners insurance, renters insurance, business insurance, life insurance, health insurance, and even pet insurance. So there's only one place in Ford City to go for your insurance needs, and that's Ryan Bowser State Farm. Right there in the main drag, as I like to say. As soon as you dip into town, right off of, is that 56, 60, what is that there, Deb? 56, 66, that main drag right as you're going past Ford City. 66. You dip off 66 into Ford City. It's one of the first places you see right there on the left. You can't miss them. Make sure you stop in today. Ryan Bowser State Farm, like a good neighbor. Ryan Bowser State Farm is there. Top of the 2nd inning now. And the Panthers trailing by 2. Thanks to that Emma Paul round tripper. Sprankle back on the rubber for the Riverhawks. Number 27 throws that one past the batter. That's Padberg, the third baseman we mentioned there in that bottom of the 1st inning, playing third. Had a hard time gathering in that hard hit ball by Smerrick at third. Subsequently, she scored. Another pitch past the Panthers' third baseman. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missing there, so count now even 2-2. Last week of the regular season here upon us. That one's fouled out of play. Riverhawks clinching the section championship for a second straight year. Looking to defend their WPIAL championship and hopefully get back to a third straight state championship at Penn State University. This one hit hard to the second baseman. That's going to be brought in, tossed on to first for the out. Nice play there by Klingensmith to retire the first batter here in the top of the second. That's one thing that Sprankle's done a good job of the last few years. Sometimes when she gets in a certain spot, she'll pitch to contact. She'll let her defense do its thing behind her, and it's a luxury certainly for a pitcher having such a skilled defense like these Riverhawks have had. It's not just about the bats with this team. Certainly some stellar defensive play around the diamond. This bunt laid down. Sprankle's going to gather it in, throw on to first for the out. So a quick out there. Maybe a little too much on it there by Martz, trying to bunt herself on. But right back to the pitcher. She takes care of business, does Sprankle for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down quickly here for Franklin Regional in the top of the second. Sprankle cruising along, just one hit surrender to kind of a excuse me swing sort of blooper over the first baseman's head. Not great contact on it, but as I said at that time, it doesn't matter really how hard you hit it, just that you hit it where no one is, as the case was there. But really, other than that, Sprankle doing a good job here in the circle for the Riverhawks. And again, what I mentioned was the last week of the regular season here. Hope the old baseball and softball play. That one popped up and back behind the backstop. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes to Sprankle's fellow mound mate, Ramchandran. That one just a bit outside. Atherton trying to bring it back in, but that one missing. This one high out of the zone, popped up. Atherton's going to have a shot at it. She gathers it in for out number 3, so a very quick second inning at the plate for the Panthers, and nothing doing there as the first 3 batters are retired in order to keep the score a 2-0 lead for Armstrong here as we head to the bottom of inning number 2. I'd like to thank yet another sponsor, and as I like to say with this one, Nicola Ann Photography. I could walk into a gym and I could tell right away if it's a Nicola Ann Photography poster or not. You see a lot of the senior posters on the wall. You'll see them here sometimes on the chain link at baseball and softball games, and I can always tell which one that are Nicola Ann Photography. They are just simply the best, and they look the best, and she obviously is a skilled photographer, rated as one of the best photographers in the region by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, but also, too, some of the editing work and some of the cool features and things that she can do with the backdrops and the backgrounds of these photos are just superb. That's not an easy thing to do, and she does it. So make sure whenever you're looking for, whether it's newborn photos, team photos, senior photos, whatever the case may be, she's excellent in all those areas. Make sure you give her a call today. Find her online at NicolaAnnPhotography.com or on Facebook. NicolaAnn.com or on Facebook at Nicola Ann Photography. Schedule your session today. First pitch in there. A ball. This will be the center fielder Cassidy Adams in for the Riverhawks. Lead things off. Slapped up the middle. This is going to be a tough play. Nice job by the shortstop. Wow, ranging right behind the bag to throw out Adams. That was a difficult play, but nicely done there by the shortstop, Ramchandran. So there's 2 Ramchandrans out there, so I might have misspoke of which one was batting there. Excellent play there by number 4. Having a range behind the bag, gather quickly and throw on to first and get the speedy runner, Adams, for out number 1. That'll bring to the plate the second baseman, Jordan Klingensmith. Looks at a strike there. Count now 1 ball and I believe a pair of strikes. With 1 down here in the bottom of inning number 2. Klingensmith taking the place of Nicole Benvenuti, the stalwart at second base the last few years for the Riverhawks, now playing at IUP. Looks at a ball there. So the count is actually 3-1. And a walk drawn by Klingensmith. Put another runner on for the Riverhawks. And Abby Bauer will step in for Armstrong. Designated hitter, taking the place of the pitcher Sprankle. So Bauer now steps in. Her first plate appearance. First pitch swinging, drills it hard down the first base line, but just a bit foul. It was going to be close. These Riverhawks hitting to all fields, that's for sure. Doing a good job of kind of taking whatever pitch they get and not just necessarily trying to pull it, as the case is with Bauer standing in the right-hand hitter's box. This one now hit down the third baseline, but foul. So behind in the count now is Abby Bauer. No balls and 2 strikes. This one's going to skip in there for ball number 1. And a glorious day here. Beautiful weather, finally it seems. Pristine conditions up here in the Armstrong Indoor Athletics press box. Booth, whichever you want to call it. A booth box, yeah. We'll say it's a booth. There's another ball in to Bauer, low in the zone, just a bit low. Good placement by Ramchandran, though, to try to maybe get a chase. Count even, 2-2. And a strike 3. That one, man, as close as you can get. But call going in favor of Franklin Regional. And out number 2 now will bring the top of the order back up for the Riverhawks, and that's Emma Smerick, who will stand in now with 2 down. And again, Klingensmith standing at first. Yeah, this is a booth, we'll say. But the Armstrong Indoor Athletics booth nonetheless. Low, ball 1. Smerick again hitting that hard hit ball to third, which will be charged as an error, so she comes to the plate in her second at bat, 0 for 1. First batter for any team to see a second at bat thus far. Smerick getting to do so here in the second inning. There's a strike call. 2 balls already in, so the count now 2-1. 2 down. This one fouled back. 2-2 now the count against the Armstrong right fielder. And Gannon product, soon to be Gannon product, Emma Smerick. 3 of those on the team this year, along with Jenna Klontz and Bella Atherton. This one slapped hard, but just a bit foul there by Smerick. All over that one, but just a bit early. Looked like on an off-speed pitch. This count remains 2-2. Merrick getting that average up. She started off a little slow, but as you would expect with someone of her talent level, back up to 349 for the season. She's down in those 200s for the early part of the season, and kind of figured it was only a matter of time before she burst out and got that average up to where we're familiar with it being for her. Again, 349 average, 455 on base percentage. This one hit towards the shortstop, Chandran. She throws on to first, gets her by a step for out number 3. So a good inning there by Franklin Regional. A couple nice defensive plays, and they keep the score at a 2-run deficit as they'll come to bat here in the top of the 3rd inning with the Riverhawks leading 2-0 here on this in this Steffi's Country Catering game day on High Top Sports Network. Top of the 3rd inning upon us now. This one, second pitch fouled out of play over top the opposing away team dugout. Sprankle back out on the one hit out of play again. Game changer freezing on me here, so we'll try to pull that back up here. Try to get you some other scores from around the area. Mentioned the Armstrong baseball team on the road at Kiski today. A little non-section matchup there. This one grounded towards third. Throw on to second base, trying to exchange it for a double play, but they'll at least get the lead runner, do the Riverhawks here. Swing and a miss there. Nice pitch off speed by Sprankle on the outside portion of the plate. Camacho, the batter for Panthers. She skies this one high. Hit ball. Paul will camp under it and record the out for out number 2. So Riverhawks have yet to face more than 4 batters in an inning. Looking to keep that way if they can retire the next batter. Wooler still standing at first base for the Panthers. Panthers have yet to have a base runner past second base. First pitch swinging, blooped towards the bleachers where everybody kind of dodges it. Not worried about it kicking off something and then hitting them. The move there is just try to grab it, try to catch it. Because if it's going to do, it's going to bounce off the bleachers and hit you anyways. So you might as well just try to make a play. So ahead in the count now is Sprankle on Jackson, who is 1 for 1. That lone hit in the first inning, that blooper over the head of Jesse Pugh, was by Jackson. So 2 strikes now. Sprankle in the driver's seat with 2 down. Section matchup here in Class 5A. Sprankle misses outside, maybe trying to get a chase. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at first base, that's Wooler. Sprankle trying to throw something off speed, ties up Atherton a little bit there, and that allows Wooler to scamper down to second base now and get into scoring position. That's as far as a Franklin Regional batter has gotten today, is second base. So now Jackson trying to take advantage of that. But a swing and a miss high in the zone. Nice job there by Cam Sprankle to end the threat and keep the score intact. A 2-0 Armstrong lead as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. Your score, Armstrong 2. Franklin Regional nothing here on this Steffi's Country Catering game day. And I want to take another moment to thank another one of our terrific sponsors. And as we say here, if you're ever in the needs of the goods and services of our sponsors, make sure you check them out first. They are the ones providing this service and allowing you to watch this game wherever you may be today. One of those sponsors, of course, the excellent folks and the fine facility at Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 138 South Grant Avenue, downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility, a brand new indoor diamond, and a top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Again, AIA, just a beautiful resource for local baseball and softball players. You talk to somebody like Logan Badek, a baseball player for the Riverhawks. He talked about having to drive, hours, forget the exact amount, but quite a distance to be able to utilize some of the things that they have at Armstrong Indoor Athletics. So certainly a nice tool for local ball players now right in your backyard. So make sure you check them out today at aia.team online. Emma Paul, that 2-run home run in the first inning, stands in for her second at bat. 2 RBI to her name today. This one fouled out of play towards the Franklin Regional dugout. Just 1 hit so far for the Riverhawks out of course. Emma Paul's 2-run homer. One hit also for Franklin Regional, that blooper by Jackson I mentioned a moment ago. So you typically, when you come here to Armstrong Junior Senior High School and watch a game on this great facility, or at this great facility, you typically see a lot of hits, and today not the case. That one's a laser beam over to third, throw on, nice throw and nice catch for the out, for out number 1. Give credit to Franklin Regional's defense outside of that bobble over at third. Pretty pristine defense being played here so far for Franklin Regional. Helping keep this just a 2-0 game, because Armstrong, as you well know, will jump all over your mistakes. As Bella Atherton stands in for her second at bat. First pitch swinging, another try at third base, another stretch, and out. So 1 pitch, 1 out there Now 2 down for Franklin Regional. And Jenna Klontz will step in for her second at bat of the game. Bottom of the third. 2-0 Armstrong. Both runs coming in the first inning. First pitch swinging once again. Ramchandra now throw on to first for the out. So a quick, very quick bottom of the third for the Riverhawks. Retired in order, 1-2-3. And now Franklin Regional looking to carry that momentum over and possibly get their offense going here in the top of the fourth. We're having a cable issue here, not getting any power from it, so I'm running on batteries here. So I'm going to kind of try to dim my screen to conserve as much power as possible. Don't want you to be without the game, so I'll sacrifice my view for yours. Might be a little difficult though, but hey, we do what we can for our fans and our viewers out there. But again, a beautiful day here, and great to be back. It's my first game here, second softball game of the year, actually. Had a lot of in-office work that's kept me from being out in the ball field. A lot of things happening with High Top Sports Network later this spring, and certainly the summer, and then into the fall. Some new things that we're excited to share with you folks out there, so make sure you're tuning in. Check out our social media platforms to check out, or to see, rather, what some of those things are. We'll be really looking forward to sharing those things with you here in time, as we now are in the the top of the fourth inning.
Hey, you taking that sign down tonight?
First pitch there popped up to Klingensmith at second base for out number 1. There was Fulton who popped it out. Now to Gwynn, the cleanup hitter, will come to the plate 0 for 1. Sprankle sitting at 45 pitches. Pretty efficient game, certainly for the senior Sprankle. Low. 2 balls, no strikes now to Nguyen. Sprankle retiring the first batter. A little pop up over to Klingensmith. This one fouled back out of the zone, so getting the batter to chase was Sprankle there. This one hit towards, or between Sprankle and Atherton. That'll be a swinging bunt for Nguyen. The second hit of the game now for Franklin Regional. Just kind of hanging around are these Panthers, and if you can do that, you have a shot with Armstrong. The shots are, the chances really are few and far between. Armstrong, again, doing little to shoot themselves in the foot typically, but if you can take advantage of sort of, swings like that put you on base, you got to capitalize on it now. As Pat Berg will step in. A couple nice defensive plays by Pat Berg in the bottom of the third inning. See if that can help propel her offense, as she has a runner standing on first base. Franklin Regional, certainly a perennial playoff team for the most part. There's a swing and a miss. A lot of success for that program. But certainly Armstrong, the team today on the field with a little bit more pedigree, I guess you could say. Back-to-back state championship game appearances, a WPIAL championship to their name last year, and an appearance the year prior. It's a very decorated senior class, a part of both of those. Young lady on the mound, big part of that as well. Cam Sprankle throws that pitch in there for a ball, I believe. Yeah, that was very close. Sprankle now with the 2-2 count. Strike three, looking the backwards K by Cam Sprankle. Beautiful pitch there. A great job framing it by Bella Atherton for to get the strike three call. That backwards K, of course, a Sprankle's Neighborhood Market backwards K. Swing first pitch. Here's a throw on by third baseman Cloak for the out. So another quick half inning here. The thing's just kind of rolling right along as we're through 3.5, and the score remains Armstrong 2, Franklin Regional nothing here on this Steffi's Country Catering game day on High Top Sports Network. Hard to believe a whole another school year about to be in the books here for us at High Top Sports. Things kind of just sort of rolling along this year. Football season seemed to kind of be pretty quick, and basketball season typically it seems to be one of the seasons that sort of drags and sort of continues to kind of just go on and on. It's so long, really, is basketball season, winter sports as a whole. But it seemed to go fast this year, and now spring, I feel like we just blinked, and now it's the last week of the regular season. So they say time flies when you're having fun, and certainly we enjoy what we do here at High Top Sports Network, bringing you the action. Local diamonds throughout the western PA region, certainly here in Armstrong County quite often. But as mentioned, we're going to be doing some new things here in the fall. We're going to be at a couple more venues and a couple more schools, and certainly on Friday nights in the fall, make sure you're following along with us to see what we have going. We're going to have a lot of different things and different games. As compared to years past, we typically could see 4 games on High Top Sports Network on a Friday night in the past, and now you're going to see a couple more here on HTSN. How many? You got to wait to see. We'll have that announcement here shortly as Jesse Pugh stands in for the Hawks. First pitch swinging line drive to the second baseman for the out. So Riverhawks, the last 3 batters have been retired on 1 pitch. So the last 3 outs have taken just 3 pitches, dating back to the last time the Hawks were at the dish in the bottom of the 3rd. Now Shelby Cloak, who threw on to first for the last out in the last half inning, will come to the plate. Her team leading 2-0 with 1 down. Looks at strike 1. High pitch there. Nice job by Ramchandran to induce the swing by Cloak. Now she's ahead in the count as Ramchandran. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss by Ramchandran for out number 2. So this Franklin Regional defense playing well behind the efforts of Ramchandran in the circle, holding these Riverhawks to just 1 hit. Not a typical sight as the sure-gloved center fielder Cassidy Adams comes to the plate. Adams with that terrific defensive play in the state quarterfinals that I certainly believe is the best softball defensive play I've seen in the last 7, 8 years, whenever it's been since I've been covering sports here. And she's going to get the second hit for the Riverhawks. A nice single up the middle. Line drive, 1 hopper into the center fielder. We'll put a base runner on for the Riverhawks here in the bottom of the 4th. Now Klingensmith will try to get something going for the Hawks. Klingensmith. Foul tip there, brought in by the catcher. Strike called. Swing and a miss there. Steal attempt is good, but center fielder quickly there to gather it in to keep Adams at second base. So Klingensmith now strike three, looking the backwards K by Ramchandran, records the third out. So right now, Franklin Regional battling hard with these state runner-up Riverhawks, keeping the score a 2-0 Armstrong lead. The only damage done, the Emma Paul 2-run home run in the first inning. Otherwise, the Riverhawks with just 2 hits to their name. Besides Paul's hit, the second hit coming just a moment ago there by Cassidy Adams. So really nothing really doing offensively for either club. I want to say there's a total of 4 hits, if I'm not mistaken here. Nope, there's 3 hits, according to Game Changer, as we head to the top of the 5th inning. So offense had a premium here today. And the top of the 5th inning now upon us. This game, again, cruising right along. Well, we have an opportunity. Again, I want to thank another one of our much appreciated sponsors, the ones that allow you to watch this game wherever you may be. That is the John F. Graff Insurance Agency. John F. Graff Insurance Agency has been serving Armstrong County in western Pennsylvania since 1997. John grew up in the insurance family, and his great uncle started the first agency in 1930. So talk about knowing your stuff. John F. Graff in the Katanning can help you with all of your needs as a member of the Keystone Insurance Group and is recognized as a leader in the insurance and financial services industry. So make sure you check them out today. Call them at 724-543-2204 or visit them at 213 Market Street, downtown Katanning today. The John F. Graff Insurance Agency. Also today's post-game sponsor. So Sprankle back out there for the Riverhawks here in top of the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes until that pitch, and that was a called strike. Fouled away to stay alive is Ramchandran. High. Out of the zone there. Count now 2-2. 0 for 1 today is Ramchandran. Sprankle looks in, fires. This one slapped down the first baseline into the metal bleachers. Count remains 2-2. Sprankle and Atherton combination in the battery. 3rd consecutive year. These two will lead the Riverhawks into the playoffs. Just missing there, kind of rearing back with Sprankle, but missing outside. Count now full. Again, not much in the way of even Phoenix Physical Therapy stolen bases. There's another blooper for the second hit today by Franklin Regional. Ramchandran able to bloop that one in right over the second base bag. Nothing the Armstrong defense could do about that one, so with no one down, Franklin Regional with another base runner looking to threaten here with no one down. Bunt, and then Atherton didn't see it. That one back to the screen. Not sure she would have had a chance at it anyways, but a strike for Franklin Regional. Kind of fortunate there for the Riverhawks, that bunt trying to move that runner over. Really, you're just trying to manufacture runs right now if you're Franklin Regional any way you can. Nice pitch on the outside portion of the plate for a strike. Sprankle now ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first baseman, Ramchandran with the blooper over the second base bag a moment ago. Now this pitch swinging right over to Pugh at first base for out number 1. So give credit there again to Sprankle. She's been dealing for the Riverhawks and not giving these Panthers much to swing at. And when they have, really the 2 hits to their name have been sort of kind of bloop shots, not real good contact on them. The first inning, that little blooper over the first base bag of Jesse Pugh, and then the one a moment ago, blooper over the second base bag. Really no hit has come via hard contact for Franklin Regional here thus far. This one swung on, belted. Cloak over to second base where Paul brings it in. Or excuse me, that was Klingensmith. And then her legs were kind of taken out by Ramchandran to break up the double play. So the lead runner is retired for out number 2, but a runner still at first base here in the top of inning number 5. Camacho, first pitch swinging, pop up to Paul at short to retire the third batter, or the third out rather, here in the top of the 5th. So the score remaining intact, the same score we've had since the top of the first inning, a 2-0 Armstrong advantage. The only damage done so far, the home run by the young lady who caught the ball a moment ago, Emma Paul, 2-run shot over the left center field wall in the second plate appearance of this of Armstrong's night in the bottom of the first inning. So 2-0 your score here on this Steffi's Country Catering game day. Again, graduation season right around the corner. Make sure you're planning ahead and not leaving anything to chance. You call the fine people at Steffi's Country Catering. Terry possibly tuning in here today. Terry, a loyal supporter and a loyal viewer. The double whammy. Certainly appreciate Terry for all that he has been and continues to be to us here at High Top Sports Network, one of our biggest supporters and certainly advocates. And Terry understands that being around as many ball fields as we do over the course of a spring, and really as many venues as we do over the course of a year, is not an easy task. And we appreciate Terry because we're only able to do that thanks to the support of many folks like Terry and our other sponsors. Again, today's sponsor roundup: Phoenix Physical Therapy in Katanning, Serena Pizza and Berg Bar, Sprankle's Neighborhood Market in Katanning, Armstrong Indoor Athletics, the John F. Graff Insurance Agency, Nicola Ann Photography, Ryan Bowser State Farm in Ford City, and Steffi's Country Catering in Adrian, PA. So top of the 5th inning upon us now. I believe it'll be Abby Bauer at the dish. First pitch swinging, as we've seen a lot by these Riverhawks batters. This one thrown and pulling the first baseman off the bag. We talked about how good this Franklin Regional defense has been, not making any self-inflicted errors, and right there, one of them by Ramchandran. Throw off the mark, first baseman brought off the bag, and as a result now, Bauer stands at first base with no one down in the top of the Armstrong order. Now up in the form of Emma Smerick, so certainly this could be a very pivotal portion of this game. Smerick trying to put down the bunt. That one unsuccessful. Foul back towards the catcher for strike 1. Smerrick 0 for 2 today. Not too many batters with a hit to their name. That one, check swing off the glove of the catcher, and that will allow the runner to scamper down to second base. So Armstrong threatening here now. Runner at second base, no one down. Smerrick at the plate. 1-1 the count. Ramchandran firing home. Smerrick swing popped up to Ramchandran at the mound, at the circle for the out. So one down now. And for a second time in what will now be 3 at bats, Emma Paul will stand in with a runner on, looking to replicate what she did in the first inning and hit one over the fence. That's where we are now, the 2-0 game. And there's another one off the glove of the catcher, so 2 bases now given up to the Riverhawks on pass balls. And now another Armstrong run, now just 60 feet away. Have a Paul standing in. 1 for 2. Low in the zone. Throw down. Nice throw by the catcher, but back is Abby Bauer. Armstrong shortstop standing in with 1-1 count. 1 down. In the bottom of the 5th. This one slapped hard and brought in, and back is Bauer. She thought that was going to be a hit, and if she would have been back in time and been able to tag up, she would have scored easily. Instead, she was caught halfway between third and home, had to get back quickly and dive in there. So a big second out there. A nice grab in left field by Martz. Had to kind of climb the ladder a little bit for that one and able to secure the out. So now 2 down. Runner still at third base, and Bella Atherton, the very talented catcher, now standing in for the Hawks. Atherton slaps this one up the middle. That will bring in the run. A RBI single and a big spot there by Bella Atherton. A nice job and a nice piece of hitting there by the Armstrong backstop. Makes it a 3-0 Armstrong lead. Timely hitting. Bella Atherton certainly doing a lot of that here. Certainly saw it at the playoffs last year in that semifinal game in the state round against Penn Trafford. Very similar type game where hitting was at a premium, and Atherton able to come up with a big hit in that game. Coming up with another big one there is the score now 3-0 in favor of the Riverhawks. Now Jenna Clance, cleanup batter, stands in. First pitch swinging, grounder Ramchandran, throw on to first for the out, but Riverhawks strike thanks to a single by Bella Atherton to bring home Abby Bauer for the 3rd run of the game for Armstrong. And that gives the Riverhawks a 3-0 advantage here as we head to the top of the 6th inning here on this Steffi's Country Catering Game Day on High Top Sports Network. Game breezing right along, and when there's not a lot of hitting and pretty efficient defensive play, that'll be the case as it is here today. 5 innings, in the books. Possibly 2 more, maybe more than that, if Franklin Regional's able to start putting some runs on the scoreboard. But right now, Cam Sprankle doing her thing out in the circle. And that's the thing about Armstrong. There's been a lot of games where the offense has done its part. Sometimes maybe when one of the rare times that Sprankle or the pitching staff for Armstrong hasn't taken care of business. And again, that's been a rare occurrence. But then there's days where the offense will maybe not be as potent as we're familiar with, like today. And Sprankle kind of takes the onus there and responsibility to bring home another W for the Riverhawks, and right now she's doing just that. First pitch in there for a strike via the foul ball back to the backstop for strike one. But Sprankle, again, very clutch. That was very evident last year in those state playoffs. Check swing. No swing. 4-ball, 1-1 the count. This one belted down the first base line and out by Smerick. So one down now in this sixth inning. Hoping our power will last just long enough to get through this game. Let's see if I can get 29% left. One and only Mike Reed to my right. Often see his fantastic photos on Facebook and Leader Times. Talked about the best catch that I've seen in a girls' softball game that happened last year in the state quarterfinals, and that moment was actually captured by Mike Reed, that excellent catch by Cassidy Adams. One of those one-in-a-million photos. Mike Reed, quite capable of providing you those. Make sure you check his photos out. Sure we'll probably have one in the Leader Times here in the coming days of this game. This one slapped hard into the gap. That one's going to one-hop the fence. Rounding first base is Fulton. She's going to get into second base with a double, one-out double for Franklin Regional. So hopefully for those Panther fans out there, this is a sign of good things to come. But Riverhawks stranding a couple batters here so far this afternoon. Fulton hoping she's not yet another one. But this is where you've seen the efforts of Cam Sprankle kind of buckle in and buckle down and end any sort of Franklin Regional threat. She throws first pitch in there, fouled off for strike one to McGuinn, who's 0 for 2. Sprankle up to 79 pitches now. This one golfed over towards that same crew there that just insists on not trying to catch it. They're going to let it hit the bleachers, and whatever happens then happens. So ahead in the count now is Sprankle. No balls, 2 strikes to McGuinn. The cleanup batter, cleanup hitter for Franklin Regional. One hopper in there. Fulton's going to get down to third base, slide in there safely. A good pitch to run on as that one kind of skipped into Atherton. Took her a little bit longer to gather it in and fire down to third, and as a result now Fulton 60 feet away. Just one out here. Slapped towards third. Cloak bobbles it, and that's going to allow the runner to reach. An error by the third baseman, Cloak, and I kind of could guess what she was thinking. She's worried about that runner who was at the time kind of behind her at third base. Too consumed by that, and then makes the error. Now runners on the corners. Now the tying run now at the plate, and a mound visit here. Really, I think a timeout called there by Franklin Regional, to third base coach, to talk it over with his batter, but we'll call it a mound visit nonetheless. Today's mound visit sponsor, of course, the one and only Serena Pizza and Berg Bar. Grab a delicious slice and get a whole pizza. Maybe enjoy the game. They got those big screen TVs there, or you can have a soda pop or adult beverage if you're of age, and have a couple slices of pizza and enjoy yourself. Great pizza there, different varieties, different types, different toppings, different crusts. It's just good stuff up at Serena Pizza and Berg Bar. Big fan of their pizza often, and they deliver as well, so make sure you check them out today. Serena Pizza and Berg Bar right there in Franklin Village Plaza. So the first time the Riverhawks have had to face a situation with 2 runners on base, runners at the corners right now here in the top of the 6th inning, 1 out. McGuinn and Fulton, those base runners. This one slapped hard. This one's going to be up and off the top of the fence, nearly a game-tying home run. 1 run will score, and a 1-run double there by Patberg, the third baseman. A big hit, thought it had a chance, and that one was just about a foot short of being out of here. Quickly getting it in was the duo. I don't know if it was Klontz or Adams who got to that one, but they got it in quickly, preventing any further damage. But 1 run across, but 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch in there, a strike. Pitch in there for a strike. Nice job by Sprankle. Going upstairs there, fouled off. Nice pitch by Sprankle. You can tell she's understanding the situation now with this game a little bit closer. A 2-run ball game, and the tying run standing at second base now for Franklin Regional. Out of the zone there. Just missing was Sprankle. 1 down. Martz at the plate for Franklin Regional. 0 for 2 so far today. Up high, just a bit high. Ball called now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Top of the 6th. 1 runner crossed already in this half inning. And the Panthers still threatening with 2 runners on in scoring position. This one fouled away by Martz. Count remains 2-2. Big bat here for Franklin Regional. High and out of the zone. That one kicks advantageously off the backstop for the Riverhawks. Gets to Atherton quickly, so no chance for a steal of home. So full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Martz the batter. 2 runners in scoring position. McGuinn and Patberg. Those runners, this one's fouled out of play. Making Sprankle work is Martz here. And out of the zone, ball 3. Bases now loaded with 1 down here in the top of the 6th. And Coach Keith Schaefer will take a mound visit. This will be, again, the Serena Pizza and Berg Bar mound visit. Make sure you stop up at Serena Pizza and Berg Bar. Delicious pizza and a great venue to enjoy that pizza. A nice little bar setting there, and again, those big screen TVs. And just a variety of pizza. I always suggest stopping in there because you can see kind of that little glass area where you can see the, some of the pizzas you can get by the slice, and it's always a good way to kind of check out some toppings and some varieties that you wouldn't know about otherwise. So make sure you stop in there today, have a slice, and enjoy the ambiance. Serena Pizza and Berg Bar. So a big spot here, Franklin Regional. Bases loaded, down by 2. That first pitch fouled off by Ramchandran. But 1 runner crossed already in this half inning. Bases loaded. Just 1 down. The go-ahead run at first. The tying run at second. And Armstrong, who had kept the Panthers off the scoreboard until this inning, now having to battle. And that one shoots through. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Ball in quickly, and a big hit by Ramchandran ties up this ball game at 3-all. Great piece of hitting there, able to get past the first baseman, Jesse Pugh. And the Panthers dugout erupts As the game now tied, still just one down here in the top of inning number 6. Looks like Madison Baker beginning to warm for Armstrong in the event this one gets out of hand, but nothing really hit hard so far except for that almost near home run that scored the first run for Franklin Regional. Otherwise, here's a bunt that's going to score one. Nothing doing. Everybody's safe. Runners at first and second safe. Still one down. And Franklin Regional out in front, 4-3. A big inning here by Franklin Regional. Still just one down. See how the Riverhawks can respond on the bunt by Hicks. Fielder's choice. I'm going to say, and safe at the plate. There wasn't a force there, so the tag would have had to have been applied. So first pitch in there to Wooler. A ball. This one also out of the zone. Ball 2. Chopper to third, throw on to first in time. And Pugh, nice stretch and fires over to third just to be safe, but back safely is Ramchandran there. So 2 down now. Runner's able to advance 60 feet each, so runner at third, runner at second base. Still life for the Panthers, who have brought 4 runs around here in the top of the 6th inning, looking for more here as Camacho comes to the plate. Great name. Oh, foul back. It looked like off of the mask. Maybe Atherton. She's a warrior. She's okay. So Camacho behind, no balls and a strike. 2 runners still in scoring position, 4 across already in this 6th inning. Looking for more are the Panthers. While Sprankle looks to shut down this threat. Catching the outside corner, 4 strike, 2. It's a nice pitch there by Cam Sprankle. Good job framing it by Atherton. Now the Riverhawks 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. It's already allowed 4 runs across. This one hit softly off the bat, throw on to first. And out, the sliding play. Nice effort by Camacho, but the throw in time by Klingensmith. But the damage done by Franklin Regional. They put 4 on the board and take a 1-run lead over the Riverhawks, 4-3, as we head into the bottom of inning number 6. Again, thanks for tuning in. Certainly a good game here in the last week of the regular season between the Riverhawks and Panthers. We're glad to be bringing it to you here on this Steffi's Country Catering game night, game day, game afternoon, whatever it may be, here on High Top Sports Network. Joe Rhodes, glad to be back in the AIA broadcast booth with you. My second Armstrong softball game of the year. Hard to believe. But really glad to be here and glad to be watching this one with you, bringing you the action. Certainly a good one. Not that every game here at Armstrong isn't good, but sometimes, Armstrong being as potent offensively and skilled as they are really all around, those games can be kind of out of hand quickly, and this one not the case, as Armstrong will have to battle late in this game to preserve their almost unblemished record. They lost the first game of the season and have won ever since. They lost to Hempfield in the season opener and have reeled off wins in all the corresponding games thereafter. Close one when they played at Franklin Regional, certainly, but still able to pull out the W in that one. Now Jesse Pugh will step in for Armstrong here in the top of the 6th, or bottom of the 6th, excuse me. And our team trailing by a run. That one bounces in there, ball 1. Ramchandran kind of cruising along here ever really since that first inning. And she gave up the 2-run blast and then gave up that RBI single to Atherton. But really, other than that, doing a good job of keeping this potent Armstrong lineup in check. As power hitting Pugh, first baseman for this Riverhawks team, the reigning Leader Times Player of the Year, looks at ball 2. Strike called there. Nice pitch by the Franklin Regional righty. Sneak that one in the outside portion of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. This one slap popped up to Ramchandran for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. A good game here as Shelby Cloak will stand in for the Riverhawks. Catch in the zone for strike 1. Cloak, the third baseman, first year starting there, taking over for one of the few departed players from last year's team. Mackenzie Egley, the previous third baseman there, all-state third baseman for the Riverhawks, along with Nicole Benvenuti at second base. Otherwise, this lineup intact. Cloak looks at ball 1. 1-1 the count to number 12, Shelby Cloak. Or excuse me, 2 balls and a strike. The count. Ramchandran fires home, low. Ball 3. Nice job there by Cloak to lay off that one. It was borderline and certainly would have made for a difficult ball to hit where Ramchandran placed it. This one hit, blooped over towards first, but unable to get to it. That one on the other side of the fence. Good hustle by McGuinn to take a look, but ball out of play and now face a full count here on this beautiful day at Armstrong Junior Senior High School with Sprankles. Scoreboard day and a strike out looking backwards K. A Sprankles Neighborhood Market backwards K. Speak of Sprankles. Rung up there. And the full count was Cloak. And now Cassidy Adams, who had a nice line drive single in her last at bat, now looking to repeat that feat. Looks at ball 1. Bottom of the 6th. This one slapped towards second base. On it, throw over to first for out number 3. And that Franklin Regional side of the field seeming to get more and more pumped up with every out. And that Armstrong one eerily quiet here as we head to the top of inning number 7 at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. And your score, Franklin Regional 4, Armstrong 3, here on the Steffi's Country Catering Game Day on High Top Sports Network. Joe Rhodes riding solo here today, bringing you the action between these two section, dare I say, rivals. Certainly some good games over the last few years, and this one certainly just that. As Franklin Regional now takes a 1-run lead into the final inning of this ball game. Sprankle back out on there on the circle for Armstrong. She's been in some big games, so she knows what it takes to navigate these kind of waters. Does Sprankle, along with her battery mate, Bella Atherton. So this duo will likely see this game through. Top of the 7th inning. Franklin Regional back out there. First pitch in there, a ball. Next pitch in called a strike to Jackson, who's 1 for 3 today. 5 hits in all for Franklin Regional, 3 for the Riverhawks, 2 errors for both teams. This one slapped up the middle. Jackson will make it 2 for 4. So again, Franklin Regional getting a runner on with no outs here. Trying to add to this 4-3 lead in the heart of their lineup. 2 up here in this 7th inning. Let's bring up the 3rd batter in the order, Fulton. Fulton 1 for 3. Looks at a ball. In order to try to save power here, because the power outlet not working for me here today at Armstrong. I'm going to try to turn off all of my stuff on my laptop here to try to preserve as much power as we can. Swing to the second baseman, toss. Double play. Nice job there by Paul. Able to scoop that one in, bring it in from the transfer from Klingensmith. Throw on to first for 2 outs. Oh, they're going to say safe at first. Wow, that was awfully close, but couldn't have done it better as Klingensmith tosses it to Paul. Cheek tags the bag, throws it first, but safe at first was the batter, McQuinn. And now Patberg, who almost nearly had a home run in the last half inning, steps in. Hit about a foot short of the fencing here in left field. 2 down for the Panthers. Armstrong trying to keep it to a 1-run deficit as they head to the bottom of the 7th. That pitch just off the zone in the outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count, 2 down here. Top of the 7th inning, Sprankle fires home. That one swing and a miss. Runs the count even, 2s are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. McGuinn at first, Patberg at the plate. Sprankle working quickly, fires home. Off speed, fouled back. Staying alive does the Franklin Regional third baseman. Good crowd here today on hand for this Armstrong softball game. Timeout called by Franklin Regional's third base coach. Comes down towards the umpire. I think that's going to be, the designated runner is going to go in for the first baseman to win. Why he decided to do it now, though, is peculiar. Count 2-2, maybe just sort of to kind of break up the rhythm of Sprankle, who's been working quickly here over the last few pitches. A little bit of strategy maybe for Franklin Regional, we'll see. Back to the action though, Sprankle fires home. This one a strike, this one bloop towards second base for out number 3. So the Franklin Regional lead kept to just 1 run as Armstrong will come to bat in the bottom of inning number 7, needing some work, needing to score at least 1 to extend this game, 2 to win here on this Steffi's Country Catering game day on High Top Sports Network. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors for their support and Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you games like this one here today on High Top Sports Network. I'm very grateful for all of their help along the way. Again, I'm dimming my screen so that I can preserve our battery. Again, the power hookup here today not working for us, so I'm running off the battery. And just hoping that we have enough battery to get through this one. Otherwise, I'm going to have to reach into the bag of tricks here to bring you the last bit of this game. But hopefully that won't be the case. But nevertheless, the bottom of the 7th inning now upon us. Franklin Regional leading by 1. Some late heroics for Franklin Regional, why we are at where we're at. The Panthers didn't score their first run until the 5th, which they only put 1 on the board, and then, all 4 of their runs coming in the 6th inning, So nothing doing with those first 5, but 4 there on 6 hits thus far. And Armstrong putting 2 on the board in the first inning on an Emma Paul home run. And then a Bella Atherton single in the 5th brought home Klingensmith, and that's how Armstrong got its 3 runs. Otherwise, limited offense here. Both teams combining for just 9 hits. First pitch in for a ball. Batter is Prezenica for the Riverhawks. Strike call there. 1 ball, 1 strike to number 3, Prezenica. Her first at bat of the day. Armstrong kind of reaching into its bag of tricks here, trying to ignite something, bringing Prezenica up. She looks at another strike now. Ahead in the count is Ramchandran. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Certainly a big win for Franklin Regional if they can hold on here. Strike 3 looking. Prezenica goes down looking. The backwards K, the Sprankles Neighborhood Market backwards K. And Armstrong down to its final 2 outs. Looks like Sprankle has a bat in her hand now, so she'll take her first at bat of the game. The designated hitter now taken out for Sprankle. Maybe again another move to try to ignite this offense, bring Sprankle in, help her own cause. With 1 down. So number 27, Cam Sprankle, stands in her first at bat of the afternoon. Comes here in a big spot. She looks at strike 1. 1 down here, bottom of the 7th. Armstrong trailing by a run. Franklin Regional able to put 4 on the board in the 6th, bring us to this point. And Sprankle drills that one. That's going to drop in. Sprankle's going to round first base. She's going to trot into second with a 1-out double. Cam Sprankle with a huge hit there for the Riverhawks. First at bat and taking advantage does Cam Sprankle. She now stands at second base in the top of the order, now up for Armstrong. Emma Smerick now, the lefty swinging leadoff hitter, will come to the plate. Just the 4th hit of the afternoon for Armstrong, comes at a big spot and from a batter who has yet to take a cut. That, of course, Cam Sprankle. But more work to be done. Smerick shows bunt. That's going to get between the legs of... That's thrown into the outfield, and Sprankle now at third base. So a miscue by Franklin Regional. They had Sprankle hung up. But the errant throw into the outfield allows Sprankle to get to third safely. Now Smerick bats with 1 down. A ball to her name, and a tying run now just 60 feet away. She throws. Sprankle's going to come home. She's going to slide, and that one's over the head in a tie game. Cam Sprankle doing it herself, able to come around for the tying run. What a nice play there by Cam Sprankle, not hesitating whatsoever, darting for home, sliding in safely, and beating the throw, which would have not made it really to where she was at. It was well over the head of Ramchandran, but still, heads-up play by Cam Sprankle, the double, then the steal of third, and then stealing home on the pass ball. Ties this one up at 4-all. Now Smerick showing a bunt, fouled off. (4-4) the score. Cam Sprankle adding to her great day on the mound. Smerick just kind of a excuse me swing, trying to stay alive. She knew that had a chance of staying in the zone, so just kind of puts bat on ball. An effort to live to see another pitch. Count 1-2 to the Armstrong senior leadoff hitter. There's a ball in there to good throw by the center fielder here to get it back into play. Baseball, of course, happening behind us, and always a chance for balls to come flying over here to the softball facility. Meanwhile, Smerick now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, 1 across already to tie this one up. That was Cam Sprankle. Now Smerick slaps that one just a bit ahead of it to stay alive and keep the count at 2-2. This one slapped towards first base, steps on the bag, and retiring Smerick for the out was Nguyen. Now Emma Paul will stand in for the Riverhawks. She ignited the Armstrong offense, at least early on, with the 2-run home run. Early on, you figured it's Armstrong kind of starting its offense early, and they're going to start pouring it on, but no, that's not been the case. As Ramchandran has buckled down on the mound. Paul looks at strike 1. Low in the zone, ball 1. Good eye there by number 2 hitter in the order, wearing number 5, Emma Paul. Home run to her name already. She's 1 for 3. 1-1 the count. Paul slapping all over that one, but just a bit early. Runs the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ramchandran up to 95 pitches for Franklin Regional. That one's going to bounce in there for ball 2. Count now 2-2 to the Armstrong junior shortstop, Emma Paul. On deck is Bella Atherton, and in the hole, Jenna Klontz. So a big spot, a big part of the Armstrong order up now. Paul going high for that one, hitting it towards her head coach, Keith Schaefer. Tries to make a play on it, but that one got on him quick. Count remains 2-2. This one fouled away. Count remains 2-2. To Emma Paul. Battery level getting lower here. So hopefully a conclusion. This one comes quickly. Low in the zone. 3-2 the count now. Emma Paul, good eye there. This one hit high in the air towards the center fielder who camped under it for out number 2. Or out number 3, excuse me. So this game will continue. 4-4 your score. We'll head to the top of the 8th inning. And Armstrong able to extend this game thanks to the efforts of the pitcher, Cam Sprankle, who hit a double, stole third, and then stole home. That's what tied it up for the Riverhawks here. I'm going to try to find a power solution for us so we don't miss this game and the conclusion of it. We'll be right back on High Top Sports Network.
Get through there. Oh.
So, yeah, I think I'm getting it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this only on my computer. Okay. So I'll be able to get through it, I think, though. Thank you, Todd.
It is. How you doing? Good. How about you?
All right, back to the action here. Hopefully we solve that problem. Power just not wanting to work. We had to reset it a couple times, and that seemed to do it on those GFCI switches. But obviously now in the 8th inning here.
Let's go, Jenna!
Jenna Klontz at the plate for Armstrong. In the 8th inning here. 1 out. Now 2 down. The ground out to short. Ramchandran there able to bring it in and throw it on. Now Jesse Pugh will come to the plate. Hoping that solves everything. Looks like we're square, but of course missing the top half of the 8th. Clearly, as you can tell, that means Franklin Regional did not score. Score remains 4-4. Pugh looks at a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Ramchandran continuing to deal on the mound for Franklin Regional. This one hit sharply down the right field line, but foul. Staying alive, no balls, 2 strikes for Jesse Pugh. Pugh 0 for 3 today, uncharacteristic for her. This one slapped hard. This one has a chance off the top, about a foot short, maybe half a foot short of being a line drive home run out of here. A walk-off home run, but not meant to be. A very, very long single by Jesse Pugh. And the winds were blowing in favor of Franklin Regional on that one. That one looked like it was going to be a game-ending line drive home run by Jesse Pugh, but instead a single here with 2 outs. And now Shelby Cloak stands in, looks at strike one. And a diving catch there for Franklin Regional for out number 3. What an effort there by I believe the second baseman for the third out. So Armstrong, nothing doing there in the bottom of the 8th. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Your score, Armstrong 4, Franklin Regional 4, here on High Top Sports Network. So a battle here between the Riverhawks and the Panthers. Panthers coming to bat here in the 9th. Sprankle still out there for Armstrong. A great game here, certainly. Great way to, obviously there's more games left this week, but it's the final week of the season, so some good games certainly to start this week. You're watching one of them right here between Franklin Regional and Armstrong. So Camacho at the plate for Franklin Regional. Count now 3 balls, 1 strike. No one down. Camacho leading off here for Franklin Regional. This one slapped to short. Emma Paul gathers, throws on to first. A dart over to Jessie Pugh, who doesn't even have to move her glove for the out. So 1 down here in the top of the 9th. That's correct. We're you hear me correctly. That is, we are in the 9th inning here between Franklin Regional and Armstrong. If you're just tuning in, Franklin Regional putting 4 on the board in the 6th inning to take a 4-3 lead. Armstrong scoring 1 in the 7th inning. Cam Sprankle hitting a double, then stealing third, then stealing home to tie this up at 4 apiece, and that's where we're at now in the 9th inning with 1 down, and Jackson, who's 2 for 4 at the plate. She sees a strike there. Count 1-1 with 1 down. A great game right now between Franklin Regional and Armstrong. This one high fly ball. Camping under it is Adams, and she grabs it for out number 2. Well hit by Jackson, but that one stays in, and Adams able to take care of it for out number 2. Now the third batter in the Franklin Regional order, Jackson, steps in. Excuse me, that's Fulton. Jackson just batted. My mistake. One chopped foul for strike 1. So 2 down here in the top of the 9th. This one slapped hard. Line drive. Adams measuring that one. She brings it in. The last 2 outs brought in by the Armstrong center fielder to end any threat from Franklin Regional. And now Armstrong will come to bat in the bottom of inning number 9. The game tied 4-4 here in this section clash in Class 5A between the Riverhawks and the Panthers. Just to kind of recap some things, obviously 4 runs for both teams. Both teams tied in the errors column as well with 2 apiece. And right now as it stands, Franklin Regional out hitting Armstrong 6 hits to Armstrong's 5. And collecting hits for Armstrong so far, of course, Emma Paul in that first inning with a 2-run home run. Jessie Pugh with a single that you saw there in that last inning. She's in the hit category. Nearly a home run that would have walked this one off. Bella Atherton also with a hit to her name along with an RBI. And then Cassidy Adams with a hit as well. And then Cam Sprankle with that big hit in the 7th inning. That then eventually she came around to be the game-tying run at 4 to make it 4-4. Of course, she hit that double and took third base and then took home. And a big spot there by Cam Sprankle, certainly. So now in the bottom of the 9th, Riverhawks will bring Cassidy Adams to the plate, who slaps the ball up the middle. The first multi-hit performance of the day for Armstrong. Cassidy Adams with her 2nd hit. So now a runner on with no one down for Armstrong. And Jordan Klingensmith will come to the plate for the Riverhawks. Big single there by Adams. Klingensmith just 0 for 1 today. See if Adams decides to try to take second base. Bunt laid down, but can't get it. Can't catch it square, can Klingensmith, so back to first is Adams. And the count now, no balls and a strike to Klingensmith, as she'll have a word with head coach Keith Schaefer down that third base line. An exciting game here. It just got as quiet as it's been all day. That Franklin Regional sideline certainly got hyped up as this game went on. Certainly that 6th inning where they put 4 runs on the board. All 4 of the runs they have to this point. That bunt is good. Throw on to first in time, but Adams able to get down to second base. So the job well done by Klingensmith. She does what she's supposed to. And now Cam Sprankle with the heroics in the 7th inning, looking to repeat that and possibly end this game. She can find a hole somewhere, and Adams is able to score. That one high out of the zone, ball 1. That one called a strike. Count even, 1-1. Cam Sprankle standing in for the 2nd time. She's 1 for 1. This one fouled off. Big cut there by Sprankle. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ramchandran up to 119 pitches. Bottom of the 9th inning. Sprankle at the plate, runner at second base, ball outside. Second ball of this at-bat runs the count to 2-2 with one down. Sacrifice bunt a moment ago by Klingensmith, the lone out so far. Sprankle stands in with Adams at second base, the winning run. Swing and a miss, drop, third strike. Adams is going to have a chance to get down to third, throw over. Will skip, it'll get in there. Adams will be able to go. Oh, no, and a missed opportunity there by Armstrong. That ball gets past several people, stays over there on the fence, well down the third base line, and that would have been an opportunity to score there, but instead Adams remains at third base, and now it's up to Emma Smerick with two down to bring home the game-winning run. Smerick due, certainly 0 for 4 thus far, if I'm not mistaken. Strike called on Emma Smerick. Known as Smoke. Maybe since I didn't give her a proper introduction, that's why she has yet to get a hit. Emma Smerick, 0 for 4 today, but clutch as they come. Another called strike, and that low and away part of the zone. Strike 2, so now Ramchandran in the driver's seat here. Count. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 9th. Winning run. And Smerick hits this one hard. This one hit high. This one is gone. Emma Smerick with the walk-off home run. We talked about her being clutch, and she showed why right there. Emma Smerick wins it for the Riverhawks. A walk-off 2-run home run to keep the Riverhawks the section champs, with just one blemish on their record. The heroics, Emma Smerick, able to walk it off today. The 2-run home run brings home Adams and herself for the 6-4 win for Armstrong. That's your final score as a result. Emma Smerick. A drive to home or to center field for the win. And the pesky Panthers fall just short by a score of 6-4 here on this Steffi's Country Catering game day on High Top Sports Network. So, man, oh man, it could go a lot of different ways for our player of the game selection on now the John F. Graff post-game show here on High Top Sports Network. Thanks to John F. Graff Insurance Agency down in downtown Katanning for today's post-game show. But, you know, our player of the game is a tough one here. A lot of different candidates, but I think the Ryan Bowser State Farm player of the game has to go to Cam Sprankle. Battled, didn't give up a run through the first 5 innings, only that really one rough patch in the 6th inning. The only thing that was able to be, only thing really blemishing her day. Then she goes ahead and scores in the 7th inning all by herself. She hits that double, steals third, then steals home, and that gave her the game-tying run. Then she went out there, continued to pitch hard, and gave her offense an opportunity to help her win this. So, yeah, definitely think that today's player of the game will be the number 27, the pitcher, taking this team to 2 straight state championship games and still doing it here in her senior season. Cam Sprankle, today's Ryan Bowser State Farm player of the game. Congratulations to Cam and the Riverhawks for this big victory here today. Certainly Franklin Regional, credit to them. They gave the Riverhawks a lot to handle, but the Riverhawks just showing that clutch gene that's really followed them for the last couple years, knowing when it's time to find that extra gear and find what it takes to pull off the win. And that, again, the case here today as they come away with a 6-4 victory over the Franklin Regional Panthers. Today's player of the game, sponsored by Ryan Bowser State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser State Farm is there, is Armstrong pitcher number 27, Cam Sprankle, here on High Top Sports Network. Once again, thank the sponsors, as always. Again, when you folks are in the need of any of their goods or services, make sure you think of them first, as they are the reason you guys are able to watch this game out there free of charge wherever you may be, near or far. Today's official broadcast partner, again, Terry Steffi and the folks at Steffi's Country Catering. Today's scoreboard sponsor, Sprankle's Neighborhood Market in Katanning. The player of the game sponsor, Ryan Bowser, State Farm in Ford City. Pre-game show sponsored by Nicola Ann Photography. The post-game show sponsored by John F. Graff Insurance Agency. The broadcast booth where I sit right now sponsored by Armstrong Indoor Athletics. The Backwards K sponsored by Sprankle's Neighborhood Market in Katanning. The Mountain Visit sponsored by Serena Pizza and Berg Bar in West Katanning at the Franklin Village Plaza Mall. And also, to the Stolen Base sponsor, sponsored by Phoenix Physical Therapy in Katanning. Thanks to Phoenix Physical Therapy in Katanning for their support of High Top Sports Network, along with all of our other sponsors. And certainly want to thank you guys out there for your support and you guys tuning in. A lot of things you can do with your day, but you choose to spend it with us, and we couldn't be any more grateful for that. Certainly, I enjoy spending with you guys. It's great to always be back out and covering games. I had to take care of some more pressing issues, and that kept me from doing what I love to do the most, and that's be here with you guys on the mic. But glad to be back out here, and what a game to be a part of, as the Riverhawks able to come back in 9 innings to beat Franklin Regional by a score of 6-4. So again, thanks to our sponsors. Thank you to you guys out there. I certainly appreciate you. You guys make it fun, and I certainly enjoy doing it with you. So the final, Franklin Regional falling to the Riverhawks on the road. The Riverhawks able to escape with the win by a final of 6-4 here on High Top Sports Network. You guys have a great rest of your week. As I always say, may no train pass you by. We'll see you later. Actually, you know what? We're going to stay tuned here. I believe it's Senior Day, it looks like. So what we're going to do is just going to keep it here and let you guys enjoy the seniors. Then after that, we'll end it. So I'll still do it for me. I'll keep my mouth shut and let the commentators down there do their work. But I want to celebrate these seniors here, so we'll stay with you through that. So make sure you stay tuned. Otherwise, we'll see you next time here on High Top Sports Network.
I'll send you some stuff later. I got some good stuff. So yeah, I got some good hits and some plays in the field, and some Cam with some awesome pitching. She's a player of the game, so yeah. Okay, cool. All right, got it. I'll send you a few. All right,
Appreciate you.
awesome, man.
Thank you. Good seeing you.
Hey, I'll be seeing you a little bit more with these girls, babe.
Absolutely.
All right, we are now going to introduce our seniors from the class of 2023 for your Armstrong Riverhawks. Our first senior this evening, number 16, Cassidy Adams. Cassidy is being escorted this evening by Bernice Chikansky and Jessie Pugh. She is the daughter of Bernice and Keith Adams. Her other sports clubs and awards are volleyball, SAG Club Secretary, Key Club, and Student Council. Her favorite softball memory is winning the WPIAL, making the bus pull over the Smoky Bones because she had to go to the bathroom, and all the celebrations with the team. Her future plans are to attend Robert Morris University to major in nursing and one day become an aesthetic nurse practitioner and have a med spa. Cassidy Adams. Our next senior this evening, number 14, Bella Atherton. This evening by Shelby Cloak and Abby Bauer. She's the daughter of Brian and Gara Atherton. Her other sports clubs and awards are varsity softball, golf, and cheerleading, president of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, member of National Honor Society, SAG Club, Key Club, Interact Club, and Leo Club. Her favorite softball memory is all the away game bus rides, the WPIAL Championship, and getting to play these past 4 years with her best friends. Her future plans are to attend Gannon University, where she'll be playing softball, majoring in pre-med and minoring in biochemistry, with the future plans of becoming a pediatrician. Bella Atherton. Our next senior this evening, number 25, Jenna Cross. By Sarah Eminger and Emma Paul. She's the daughter of Sharon and Mike Klontz. Her other sports clubs and awards are Varsity Cheer, president of the Interact Club, member of Class Cabinet, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, National Honor Society, Spanish Club, and Yearbook. Her favorite softball memory was walking off the WPIAL Championship game against Penn Trapper and celebrating with the team. Her future plans are to attend Gannon University to study secondary social studies education and continue playing softball. Senior, Jenna Cross. Our next senior this evening, number 4, Emma Smerrick. Emma's being escorted this evening by her teammates Taylor Egley and Jordan Cligginsmith. She's the daughter of Joe and Valerie Smerrick. Her other sports clubs and awards are Cheer, National Honor Society, Student Athlete Advisory Council, Student Leadership Committee, Leo Club, Student Council, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, SAG Club, Key Club, and Interact Club. Her favorite softball memory are the long bus rides and making history with her favorite people. Her future plans are to attend Gannon University to major in exercise science, with hopes of becoming a chiropractor and continue her softball career. Emma Smerrick. And our final senior this evening, number 27, Cam Sprankle. By her teammates Rachel Mann and Maddie Baker. She's the daughter of Brandy and Ryan Sprankle. Her other sports clubs and awards are Varsity Golf, Student Athlete Advisory Council, SAG Club, and Key Club. Her favorite softball memory is making school history with her best friends in Cam's Round 2. Her future plans are to go to Butler County Community College for Business Administration, then transfer to Westchester University for a degree in finance. Becoming senior, Cam Sprankle.